Hello, everyone, and thank you so much for joining me. This is Katie Kramer with Tomorrow's Technology Today. We are going to be taking a look at using Microsoft's To Do and List app for time management. So, the first thing that we want to talk about is our current time management skills. So, the first kind of rule that I found was to play journalist. So take a look at your current list making habits. So are you one of those people who likes to have just a notebook and you just have this never ending list of tasks that you need to do? Or do you prefer to use post-it notes? Do you prefer an app on your phone? Maybe something on your computer? Maybe something that is a combination of all of those. So take a look at your current list effectiveness. Set a timer for every 3 hours and then audit your productivity. Just going through those items that you have on whatever method that you currently use to make your lists and just see how you do. So when you're making a business to-do list, make sure that you are only including work-related items on your to-do list. Then sort it by date, by project, and or by client, whatever works best for you, and put those light tasks together and focus to get them done. Why do we even make lists? So one of the reasons is to help us remember. So with so much going on in the world, it gets really tricky and really complicated in a hurry to try and just remember everything. So it does really help to jot those things down. Also, it helps in our decision making process. Think pros and cons. Just start listing. Think like a journalist, the who, what, when, where, and why, and then revise your list. Pare down to similar points. Then sleep on it. Weigh your options and talk through it. These are all going to be things that help you remember and help you focus on getting things done. One of my favorite things to look at is personal productivity style. So, what is your best time of day? Are you a morning person or a night person? Maybe somewhere in between, or maybe a few spurts throughout the day. Then take a look at your best work environment. How do you feel in your workspace? Are you hot? Are you cold? Are you distracted? Is it noisy? What can you do to limit down those distractions? What makes you most energized to get things done? Is it a certain book? Is it kind of following your favorite podcast? Kind of think about those things that really motivate you to get things done and maybe try that for a few minutes before you get started on your list. Also, maybe kind of gravitate toward the things that you like to do. That's going to help build that motivation and help you get things done. That way, when you get to the things that you're like, oh, I don't really like to do it, it's going to help because you've already got so much accomplished. Just get through maybe this one big hurdle and get it done. Best day of the week. So, studies show that Tuesday is the most productive day of the week. Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday are typically people's most productive days. Monday is typically kind of the day where it's like, oh, let's figure out what we need to do, kind of sort things out. And then by Friday, hopefully, you've got a lot done that week and you're able to ease into the weekend and enjoy it. So, I know it's out there. I know it's not an excuse. I'm so busy. Sometimes you really are just really busy. The list isn't to drive you into a state of feeling like you're overwhelmed. Lean into your personal productivity style and start today. Make a list for tomorrow. See what happens. So let's take a look at Microsoft To Do. What is it? So it is a smart daily planner. You are able to manage your to-do list online. Sharing is made easy, so you can easily share your list with friends, family, and colleagues. And you can make managing tasks easier. So you can break the task down into simple steps, add due dates, and set reminders to your daily checklist. And that's going to help you stay on track. Focus on today. So when you first open the Today app, either on your computer or your smart device, it's going to show you your day in focus. Every day is going to be that fresh start. You can either add things day by day or you can set it for whenever you want it to appear on your My Day schedule. So here's just an example of what your day can look like. You're able to choose a theme. So I love the beach, so of course I went with the beach theme. It's going to have the day at the top, and then it's also going to have whatever I had scheduled for that day. If I have something really important that I need to make sure that I put some energy into it, I'm going to use the stars on the right, and I'm able to indicate that it's a really important to-do item. So getting started and taking a look at our settings. So Wunderlist was the app available from Microsoft that was your to-do app before the actual to-do app came about. So you were able to import your lists and tasks from Wunderlist if you still have that list available. Just click on the import button when you're getting started. And then you have the options for your settings. So you can tell it if you want your new tasks at the top, if you want starred tasks on top, if you like having the completion sound, and if you want it to confirm before deleting, which of course we definitely recommend. You can add an app badge if you want to, and you can also pin it to your taskbar. So if you want to set a theme, you're able to do that. So you have the options by default of a light theme, a dark theme, or you can use your Windows theme. And then you also have smart lists available, which include important, planned, completed, all assigned to you. And you can tell it whichever ones you want available within your view. So this is what it would look like. So it has my profile at the top, and then it has my day, important, planned, assigned to me, flagged email, and tasks. Connected apps. So we love our Microsoft apps. So two that are definitely recommended are Planner and Outlook because both have those tasks available within them. If you haven't seen Microsoft Planner, here's just kind of a very, very basic view. So it's going to have Demo 1 is going to be the name of the plan. And then from there, you have the to do and the in progress, and those are called buckets. Each column is called a bucket when we're using Planner. And from there, you're able to add in tasks, and you can also assign, if you want to add attachments to it, you can do that, and you can add like checklist items. So on the right article, in that little box, you see the 1 out of 3. Those are going to be the different checklist items that are on that task. That just really helps you break it down, makes it easier to digest and figure out how you're going to tackle it. Flagged email. So if you go into your Outlook and take a look at your tasks, these are going to be all of those different flagged emails that I have. And then I can also assign a due date to them. Here are just going to be the different tasks. And if you want to sort or print a list, you're just going to click on the little ellipsis icon up at the top, and you can check the circle to mark it complete, or you can also open the task to see what is on the checklist. And you're going to use the star to mark it important if you need to. Task options. So from here, if you right click on the task to get the options to display, you're able to add it to My Day, which is going to show up when you open the app. You can remove if it's something important, or you can also mark it if it's something important. You can mark it as completed, you can assign a due date, you can move a task if you need to move it to a different list, or you can also simply delete the task. So training videos. So again, this is just another simple option that I created a task for training videos, and then I added a checklist to it. So I needed to do training videos for Passportal and Teams. So once I got the Passportal video done, I just clicked on the little circle and that added the check mark next to it and also crossed it off the list. I know some people really like to have that satisfaction of just using the old pen and paper and just crossing it off. So they do have that option available in digital form. So let's take a look at Microsoft Lists. So we're going to use Microsoft Lists to customize lists for whatever your team needs. You can keep everyone in sync with lists in Teams. You can create, share, and track lists with anyone. And you can add automation with Power Platform. And that's actually going to be something that we're going to take a look at on October 7th at 1 o'clock. That's forms and lists are the topics for that webinar. So make sure you check that out. So getting started. So up at the top of your screen, you're going to see where you have the option for a new list. Excuse me. So when I click on that button, that's going to bring me to these options. So I can either create a blank list from Excel or from an existing list. And if you click the option from Excel, that's going to give you all the different Excel workbooks that you have available, and from there you're able to import it into Microsoft List. Or if you need, you can also use one of the pre-built templates. Since Microsoft is so smart and knows us so well, any of those templates that are available, and from there you can customize it if you need to. So when you open up the new list, you're going to give your list a name. And if you want to, you can also give it a description. Choose your favorite color and your favorite icon if you want to, and then where you want to save it to. And you can see over on the right hand side, so those are all the um, different teams that I have set up, which also then generates a SharePoint site. So that's where I can save it to if I need to. So I'm going to click on New, and from there I'm just going to give it a title, and if I want to I can add attachments or edit the form. If I want to add a column, so this is kind of where it gets into looking like Excel, except for you have to remember it doesn't have all the different options to manipulate the data. So anything that you want to really build out with rows and columns, and if you need to go through and really work with the data and do whatever you need to do with it, you're still going to use Excel. If you just need a simple glance at your different lists, that's where you can use Microsoft Lists and build it out from there. And then you also have all those pre-built columns if you need them. So here's just an example of lists added into a Teams channel. So this is one of our favorite things about Microsoft Teams is that anyone who has access to this sales channel in this example, so they're going to be able to see the posts, the files that we've added, the wiki, so those are all available by default. And then someone used the little plus icon to add in the list app, and they were able to pull in their list. So now everyone can see all the different rows and columns that they have. And then if they need to edit in a grid form, they can do that from here as well. So the search functionality, of course, that's going to be really important to have available, especially as we continue to grow with all of our Microsoft products. So I just pulled up just a simple search for Outlook, and then that's going to give me wherever I have Outlook within my list. So I think that's it for Microsoft List. We do want to remind everyone that we are a certified gold Microsoft partner. We do have 30-minute training sessions available, so please feel free to schedule some time with me. I'm happy to talk through any application questions that you have. Videos on our website, so if you go to tomtechtoday.com, check out our resources and go to webinars. Lots of handy tips and tricks in there, and also sign up for our newsletter. That's got a lot of really great content in it, and we roll that out every month. So thank you so much for joining me. And again, on October 7th at 1 o'clock, we're going to be talking about Microsoft Forms and Power Automate. So I hope to catch you there. Thanks.